All right, guys, well, we're recording. Happy Monday. It's the 29th of January, and this is our Jackpot business call. And I'm going to turn it right over to Megan Martin tonight to spearhead the training for you.
Hey, guys. Happy end of month. I was excited to see so many of you on the team call earlier and had lots of fun on that call talking about getting rid of our excuses and taking action, right? And one thing that I also kept sharing in that discussion was the need for a strong why, and that we really need to have a strong why in place, the reason that we're doing this business, so that when our excuses do pop up or things get in the way or the going gets tough and it's not, always easy rainbows and sunshine, that we keep going, that the reason that we are doing this business is strong enough to help us move forward, help us stay the course, stay on path, and continue to work towards our goals. Let me see if I can mute that last line. Can you grab that last one, Karen? I think there might be a couple that just hopped on. Thank you, ma'am. And then if you can, when you're done with that, we can go ahead and hop into missiondrivenmodel.info. So Karen's going to pull up the website for us, and then we're going to take a look at two different documents inside missiondrivenmodel.info that really help you to put together your why.
I'm going to try real quick, Megan. Sorry, I'm going to unmute everybody and mute everyone again because for some reason it's not grabbing everybody. Yeah, Kim Fisher, it is not grabbing you, so if you have a way to mute your phone, that would be awesome.
Okay, cool. So she's going to pull that up for us, and first we'll show you where inside the mission-driven model the why exercises are, so that if you have not done yours yet, then you can go in there and print those off and really commit to working through the exercise. Because if you don't feel like you've got an emotional connection to your why yet, it's not one that either makes you really mad. Some make us really mad because we're really frustrated with where we are and we want out. Or one that makes you emotional and maybe makes you cry because something that is really, really, really close to your heart in terms of why you are doing this business and why you have the goals that you have. So where this is if you go to building your team and scroll down, and then it says your why right there. And it's going to pull up two different documents for you. And you're going to want to complete them left to right. So Karen, if you can pick up the one that says getting to the heart of your why, we're going to just step through what this exercise looks like on the call, and then ask that each of you this week go ahead and go in and complete these two exercises. So complete them both in full this week. And if you would, if you were brave enough, come into our group and share a live recording, sharing with us what your why is. What is that why that's got you so excited that you were just ready to scream it from the rooftops because you know it is what is so important to you about working hard towards your goals in this business. So the first thing that you're going to do is just ask yourself, why is it important to me to build a successful Juice Plus business? And chances are at first, it may be something really high level that you are wanting to bring in additional income, that you are enjoying being part of a mission, that you enjoy the community and the fun of it. Maybe something higher level like that, but then we're going to drill down 7 levels. We're going to ask ourselves why. Why is that important to me? 7 times over. And what happens is as you do that, as you work your way downward, you start to get to the heart of your why. So what you're going to do is when you've got your first answer in the gray box, then you're going to ask yourself in the next line, well, why is it important for me to, whatever you said in that box above? Then you're going to ask yourself in the third line, why is it important for me to ask yourself from the second box? And that's going to dig it down deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and really till this space where you get emotionally connected to your why. So Karen, can you go to page 2 on this document? And there's an example that really shows a really cool kind of vision of what this can look like as you really get into the heart of it. So she said at first, just to make more money. And as she digs in and she's talking, and because she needs to get out of debt, she wants to stop working so hard to pay someone else, because she wants to do things in her life with the fruits of her labor. Like what? Like take care of her mother who is widowed and needs help, because she has sacrificed everything to send me to college, and I want to make sure that she's taken care of in her golden years. Why? Because I want to be in control of my life so I can help those around me who can't help themselves. Know that they are precious, worthy, and loved. So how huge of a gut, heart-centered why is that? Then made more money. It really shows that as you really start peeling back those layers, what does that look like when you really get to the heart of it? So to do this one first, that will help you get that emotional connection. And again, when you get down to that bottom layer, share it with us. Because I tell you what, when you get it down and then you share it, the floodgates will open, guys. When you tell somebody that this is why you're a part of this, people are going to be really attracted to that. They're going to be really excited to hop on along and come on board, because if it's something that you're doing that's allowing you to make that big of an impact in your life, well, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to say, yes, take me along? So that's the first one. And then Karen, if you can pull up the second one, the other document walks us through some vision casting. So we're going to evaluate where we currently are in life, and then look at what some of our dreams might be, really doing some big dreaming in really all the different areas of our life, and then taking those dreams and putting them into actionable goals. So this first sheet here is just asking you, how are you? You could even do this, quarterly or twice a year, something to where you're revisiting how you're doing. And it's just going to ask you these yes or no questions. Is your life thriving? Are your finances and relationships thriving? Do you love what you do as a career every day? Do you have time and flexibility? Is that freedom thriving? Is your faith thriving? Is your health and wellness thriving? And if you answered no to any of those questions, that you wouldn't rate that, at a 9 or a 10 in terms of where you want to be, then what do you want them to look like? So then writing that down in those lines below as to what you would want that area to look like in the next 3 years, the next 18 months, that kind of thing. And you might even have both. You may say, well, in 6 months, I'd like to be here, and at 3 years here, 10 years here, something like that. So then the next section talks about dreaming. There is just a really neat little story here about John Goddard, and that it asks you to choose 10 things. What are 10 things that you want to do or have in your life? And in this section, I would really challenge you to be authentic. Think about things that are really important to you as a person. There are some fun, I guess I would say, more materialistic things that are fun to dream about as you kind of think dreamy in terms of maybe vacations and cars and that kind of thing. But challenge yourself to really think about those areas, those buckets of your life that are really important to you. Is it that time flexibility? Is it your family? Is it deepening your faith? Is it, giving back? Is it something charitable that you'd like to be able to do? Is it something that you want to be able to use your Juice Plus income to be able to get to do what you really love? That maybe this isn't your be all end all, and because of the finances, you're going to get to have these things or do these things. Maybe it's going to give you the financial freedom to do even more because there's something else you wanted to pursue that you haven't been able to because of the confines of the current situation that you're in. So really challenge yourself to kind of think of all those different areas, and especially those from that first page that maybe weren't where you wanted them to be yet, and what could some of those dreams look like? What could some of those fun things be that you'd like to have in your life? And then the last page is where you're going to put it into action. So you're going to move those 10 dreams, and you're going to put them into goal statements. And these are going to be SMART goals, to where they are time bound, they're action driven, they're specific and measurable, and obtainable. You know, they're things that you know that you can commit to doing. And so what I love with this is you can take it really high level and give yourself a bigger, farther out goal, but then you can also break that down into really tangible weekly actions. So even with this one, where it gives the example of, I am going to be an NMD by, let's say now March 30th of 2019. So say you've got a full year to get there. And maybe you are, if you're on this call, you're a VF. You just hit your VF, or maybe you're a sales coordinator working to requalify your business. So what does that look like? Really sitting down then with your upline, with a mentor, and looking at, okay, that's where I want to be. So structurally, what does it look like? What legs do I still need to have in place? How much width do I still need to put into place? What does the volume difference look like? And then backing that out all the way to today to say, okay, if I need 5 sales coordinators by the end of March in a year, well, what would be a really good goal for me? Well, let's start frontlining now and bring on as many people as I can, so that then quite naturally, some of them will want to be sales coordinators by then. And then what does that mean? Well, maybe it means I only have 1 partner right now. Well, I need at least 4, right? Probably 10 to 20 would be a good start to fall back on. So if I need 10 new reps, and I'm going to give myself, so maybe by September, so that they naturally want to hit sales coordinator by the end of March. So 10 new frontline by September. So you've got what, 6-7 months? So that is 1 to 2 new reps every month. And that would help you get there. Well, I know I need 1 to 2 reps every month. So how many people does that mean that I'm going to talk to, that I'm going to be able to commit to talking to about my business every week? So maybe that becomes, I'm going to commit to talking to 5 to 10 people every week. Because then out of those 5 to 10, I'll have 1 to 3 that hop on board with me and join the team. And then break that down to the day if you need to. So then you can really take this big pie in the sky goal of NMD, or maybe it is some sort of financial freedom, or even something personal like a marathon, and you break that back. You break it back into weekly, daily, tangible steps that make it achievable, makes it tangible. You can see it a lot more realistically. And it would be just like with somebody who trains for a marathon. They don't just say, I'm going to run a marathon, and they go run it that day. They back it out, and they start slow, and they take it in chunks. And then by the time they get there, then they're ready to roll. So it's the same thing you can do with your goals within this business, as well as any other personal goals that you might want to work on within here, by really taking those dreams and then backing them into I am statements that then drive your daily action. And so for this one, we're going to challenge you to do this one as well. We won't necessarily share this inside the group, but we would invite you to share this with either your buddy in the business, your upline, your mentor, and even your family. This is a great way to get your family unit invested in your business and what you're doing by sharing with them what you're excited about, what you're dreaming. Dream with them. Invite them to fill out page 2 with you. What are some things that they might like to do? You know, and then that helps them to understand that when you've got a call or you have an event, well, that's why, because you guys are working on these fun dreams together. And just absolutely encourage you to fill it out, because it's definitely going to be what helps you to then pull that back and figure out what activity you need to do on a daily or weekly basis to help you get into those goals. Can you scroll down? Oh, well, there you go. I didn't even realize that was another page. I wonder if that's new. But that would be that next step. So you're going to do your I am, and then that's going to drive you to those daily and weekly actions. So that's that 4th page. I love that bottom part too, around what you're willing to cut out. So that kind of goes into what we were just talking about in the last call around some of our excuses that are some of our time stealers. One that I love when I have somebody who is really busy and they know they're genuinely busy, they don't watch TV, they don't do any of that, I always ask, do you do Facebook? Do you scroll through Facebook? Do you just hop on Facebook from time to time when you can and stolen moments to see what your world's up to? 99% of people say yes. And so that'll be a spot that I challenge them. Okay, well, before you scroll, touch your business. Do something in there intentionally with your business, and then carry on to scrolling away and seeing what people are doing. But a lot of times it'll get us into activity and intentionally using that amazing networking resource, and then doesn't necessarily drive us down the rabbit hole of mindlessly scrolling for an hour. So that's it, guys. It is those 2 documents that we wanted to review tonight. And again, encourage you to do the first one all the way down, share what your bottom line is within the group by Friday, and then complete the other one as well, but just share that then either with your buddy or with your upline mentor from your team. Anybody have any questions on it?
So you just want us to share us the bottom line, not the whole form?
No, because you're going to share it in a live video. So you're going to share your why kind of in your voice with your emotion as to why you're excited and why you're doing this business. Anything else?
And if you look in the files in the Jackpot, we did last time download those into there for you, but I think Megan's right. I'm not sure if that page 4 was on there, and it's not a hyperlink, so I'll check that real quick and make sure.
Yeah, because I felt like it was 3 pages before, but maybe
Yeah,
not.
too.
But
you guys need to practice going a mission-driven model anyway, so.
I love it. Couldn't do without it. All right, guys. Well, I don't have anything else. We can wrap off.